Okay, students, very good morning to all of you. Let's wait for 2 to 3 minutes so that maximum students join our meeting. बोलो सर।
अरे सर, आपके एमटेक में कितने सब्जेक्ट हैं आप पढ़ा रहे हो?
A1
सीआरई है ना?
नहीं, एडवांस थर्मोडायनेमिक्स।
और एडी आप पढ़ा रहे हो? और ये सीआरई कौन पढ़ा रहे हैं?
जयेश।
और पी प्लांट प्रोसेस इक्विपमेंट प्लांट
वो भी जयेश ही।
और पीएमएस तो रितेश और आईसीटी और एएसपी दोनों
सोबर्निका मैडम।
सर, अपने को कुछ एक लिस्ट बना के मुझे ग्राफ में दे सकते हो आपकी कितनी सेकंड में कितने सब्जेक्ट?
मैं सर ये लेक्चर पूरा कर दूं उसके बाद भेजता हूँ सर।
हाँ सर, आप समझिए ना, केटी से सोनिका में 5 सब्जेक्ट पढ़ा रही है, इसका क्वेश्चन बैंक डलेगा क्योंकि एमटेक में मुझे वो डिपार्टमेंट लेवल करना है ना, कुछ सब्जेक्ट वाली ऐसा ना हो कि किसी के सारे कम हो जाए, किसी के कम ही ना हो।
हाँ, मैं भेजता हूँ सर, तो ये लेक्चर के बाद, है ना?
ठीक ठीक।
Okay, students. So let's start the English Day celebration. First, what we do today, college said to us, and college said we have to celebrate 3rd May as a English Day. So what we do the English Day celebrations. In that English Day celebration, you have to speak about 2 minutes. Just you have to speak for 2 minutes. The topic is given in your screen. Done. So I have a 4 to 5 topics. Just you have to speak for 2 minutes. So we'll do this for 20 to 25 minutes, and then we start within our regular subject, mass transfer operation 1, and in that we'll start the crystallization. So students would like to talk about a place you go for relaxation. So they are the 4 points. You can include these 4 points in your speak. Just you have to speak for 2 minutes, not more than 2 minutes. You can take more than 2 minutes, but at least you have to talk for 2 minutes. Any students would like to try? You have to finish it within 20 to 25 minutes. So just speak about a place you go for relaxation. Okay. Any students just would like to speak. Otherwise, I have to give your name randomly, and then you have to speak. It's a compulsory from college side. I have to make a report and then I have to submit it. So because of that reason, I required it. Okay, Bhumik, you should try. Just speak about a place where you go for relaxation. Now you can unmute yourself and you can say D2D Bhumik. Just you can unmute yourself and just speak about a place where you go for relaxation. You can include this point. Okay, just start Bhumik.
For relaxation, I would like to go for a walk and try to buy some ice cream and eating it and walking around my area for half an hour, and then I will go for in garden, then sit over there wondering what people are doing and what I have to do, and just sitting over there and think about it, what my how my day going, and uh, after that uh, whenever I feel so somehow bad about my day, that my day is going worse and worse, then I like to watch TV. On TV I mostly prefer comedy movies, because whenever it comes to feeling well, then the comedy movies are very good for this, because they make laugh and um, feel well about and forgot I forgot all my problems. About indoor game,
No,
I
no, no.
don't play
That
like indoor
indoor
games, but
indoor game you don't have to speak. That is the another topic, and that topic will be talk for the 2 minute delivered by another student. You don't have to. Just you finish your turn. Very good, Bhumik. I highly appreciate your effort. Thank you very much. Now you
okay,
can
sir.
unmute your mic.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now I request Aryan to speak about the indoor game that you like to play when you were a child. You can include what is it, then with whom you play, how often you play, how did you feel about it. Just you have to describe an indoor game that you like to play when you were a child. So, Aryan, I request you to speak about 2 minutes regard this topic. You have to describe it. Okay, Aryan, you can unmute yourself and you can speak about this topic.
Sir, can you ask? Can you ask again?
Okay, okay. So I request Isa. Uh, uh,
Hello, sir. Sir,
uh,
sir, sir.
what you are saying, Aryan?
Can you ask again your question?
Can you?
Ask again what you say. Can you say what you say?
Okay. Like indoor game, you can include this point in your topic. What is that game? What is it? Like, what is that game? Then you can say, with whom did you play? With whom did you play? How often you played it? And how did you feel about it? You can include this play, this uh, 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 you can include all these points in your talk. How did you feel about it? Like you can say carom, if you play chess, you
Okay,
play
okay,
like badminton. All these are the indoor games.
okay,
So
okay.
just 2 minutes you to speak.
Can I
Okay.
start?
Yes, yes, Aryan.
I play indoor games like chess, carom, ludo, uh, badminton, like others. And chess I play with my father and my little brother. And also I play carom with my brother and sometimes play with my uncle and father also. And I play with my friends of my street. And I play badminton at my home with my friends. I also play ludo with my family and my other friends. Then then I play cricket in home sometimes also at terrace. There I many things play like child's game like chor chitti and sap city also I play with my friends at my home. And okay sir, then
Okay, very good, very good. Highly appreciate your effort. Now, one student will talk about a library that he or she used. So I request mm, Elizabeth 31 number. Can you describe a library that you have used? Like you can also describe our university library also. So you have to talk about a library that you use. 31 number Elizabeth. Please unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. Can you describe a
I've
library?
already unmute. I've never gone to Marad Library, but I will describe the library which I used to go on high school.
Okay, just this also okay.
In our school, we had a library which had some. It had some storybooks. It also had some books which I used to learn. So when I go to the library, I used sometimes read the books of learning, or sometimes I was very good in. I loved so much to read storybooks, so I used to read storybooks a lot when I went to our library, and our library was big, and it was they used to arrange the books in orders so that it can be very easy when somebody is trying to get books.
Okay.
That's the library which I've used.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. I highly appreciate your effort. Thank you very much. So this is the last topic. This one is the last. Like I'm write down in whiteboard, and I will not force to anyone. Just you have to yourself. You can speak about this topic. Whatever I write down in whiteboard, that you speak. Any volunteer students. Just described and anyone can speak about this topic. A famous person you would like to meet. You have to describe a famous person and you would like to meet. So any famous person you can take. That for example, Prime Minister Narendra Modi you would like to meet. Shah Rukh Khan that you would like to meet, or any sports person, Sachin Tendulkar you would like to meet, Virat Kohli you would like to meet. So you have to describe that person. You have to describe it for 2 minutes. Anyone, you can anyone, any students, they can unmute themselves and they can talk about 2 minutes, and he or she has to describe a famous person. And then we start crystallization, our new topic for MTA. Last topic.
Sir, sir, can I try?
Yes, uh, yes, Elizabeth.
Me, I would like to meet our president. She's a woman. She's the first woman in Africa to become the president.
Yes, yes, yes.
She's the first woman to become the president in our country, Tanzania. She's called Samia. I would really love to meet her because she's how people they describe her, that she has good heart. She's a hardworking woman. She did her best. She did her best, even though in our country they usually like to discriminate women, but she really worked very hard until she was able to succeed. She was also a vice president before she became the president. So I would really love to meet her because she's a very hardworking woman and she's like an icon to other women. How she does her work, she even gives some hope to some women that we also can do better if we try.
Okay, very good.
So I'm done.
Yes, very good, Elizabeth. I'm highly impressed. It's very good. Mustafa, can you try for this topic? Otherwise, you can also describe a library that you use or a favorite person you'd like to meet. Anyone you can try. Mustafa, you can unmute yourself and you can select any topic.
Okay, sir. I'm audible.
Yes, yes, you are audible.
So I'm talking about our Marwadi University library. Basically, I am living in hostel, so Marwadi University library is very useful for me because every exams, every examinations, every preparation about GATE and like GATE books are in our Marwadi University library. So it is huge, big, and there is 1 6 floor library is very useful for me because whenever the exam will come, then that time I will go to library and reading, and that was my good mark, good mark reason because the library is awesome to reading and give the reference book and others. Thank you, sir.
Okay, very good, Mustafa. So we end here for English Day celebration. Now we start our regular topic, and we start within the last chapter, and that last chapter will be the crystallization. Today we do the introduction of crystallization, and then for subsequent lectures, we'll finish within the 5 to 6 lectures. We'll finish this crystallization. Okay, so let's start within the new topic, and then last chapter is the crystallization. So we'll do last topic, and that last topic will be the crystallization. So today we do the introduction of the crystallization. Today we are going to discuss the introduction of crystallization. The first thing is that crystallization is not asked in GATE exam. There is no topic of crystallization in GATE exam, and there is not much important. Yeah, in real life it is important, But for academic point of view, people are not concentrate on crystallization as they are concentrated in distillation, gas absorption, drying, liquid extraction. So people are not much concentrate on crystallization. So let's start the crystallization. The first thing, what is the crystallization in industry, where it is used? We take some of the example, we'll introduce and then we'll give a small introduction of the uh, uh, exact about the topic. So let's discuss about the crystallization. Okay, so crystallization is a mass transfer operation where transfer of mass in liquid solid. Here it will occur in liquid solid. The creation of the crystal from the liquid is a crystallization. And okay, so in industry, finish the solid product. Finish the solid product of chemical process industry is often come in the form of crystal. Many product, final product uh, uh, in chemical process industries are in the form of crystal. Let's take an example. What are the examples that final form is in crystal? So examples are sugar. Sugar is a perfect example where finally it is in the form of crystal. Sodium chloride is also in the form of crystal. Citric acid is also in the form of crystal. Sodium chromate so examples are numerous. Many examples where final product in chemical industry are often come in the form of crystal. And let's take one example, and that example will be the sugar. In the case of sugar, where often it is an important component in terms of our diet. Now, like see how this crystal will make. So based on an introduction, we'll take example of sugar, how this sugar made, and based on it, we will start within the topic of crystallization. So let's discuss about the one example, the sugar. So sugar, that very important component of our diet. Sugar, very important so let's take an example of sugar, and using that example we'll understand how this crystallization is important in chemical industry. Then so So during the manufacturing of process of sugar, first step, extraction of sugar cane or sugar beet. The first step is the extraction of sugar cane. The first step is the extraction of sugar cane. And after doing the extraction of sugar cane, we get juice. Like normally, it's like we are drinking right now. Just in Gujarati, we are saying that shadi no ras. It's a juice which is made from sugar. So first step is to make a juice. Now there are impurities present in this juice. So what we have to first we have to remove these uh, uh, impurities. So removal of impurities and uh, uh, removal of the impurities. A small colloidal matters of suspended colloidal matters from juice. Then what we do? Then the industries do uh, uh, concentrate this juice and they concentrate. It means that they make a very thick juice. They decrease the volume of the juice, and then they cooled. Then they cooled this juice to make raw crystallize. Then uh, uh, again they remove the impurities by washing with water and then using evaporation and cooling, they finally then using evaporation and cooling finally make fine snow white crystal. So as you see in a whole series of making of sugar. These are the final steps. Crystallization is a final step. So what exactly the goal of crystallization is? Crystallization is the using they can remove the impurities, and after removing the impurities they can make a product which is a very fine snow white crystals. They make a very perfect crystal formation. So it's very necessary that sometimes our product is a form of crystal. It's look very nice. So crystallization is job is to make a purified product or make a very white crystals. So sometimes it's very necessary. And what is the most important things here in crystallization is we require or for example we are making 100 of these crystals. We are making a very wide range of this wide number of crystals, and all crystals are on the same size. They are on the same size and they are in the same shape. So one of the very difficult tasks in crystallization is to make every crystal within the uniform size and uniform shape. It means a crystal size distribution is a very important quality parameter for the crystallization. One example, if I'm saying one example, uh, if we do the crystallization of sugar, they can also make a very large particle of the crystal, large crystal, like in Gujarati we said a very sakar na dana. In Gujarati language, one very product sakar na dana, and we also using the crystal like sugar. So there is a wide range of crystals are there. So it's not like a one crystal will be the very big amount of crystal. Some crystals are very small size of the crystal. It's not like this. If you are doing the crystallization, then in crystallization one of the important task is to make every crystal within the uniform size and uniform shape will be there. And this is the size distribution is very important things in crystallization. So what is the challenging task in crystallization is the an important quality parameter of a crystalline product Surano. Huh? Surano phone is the crystal size distribution. Ultimate goal is the uniform crystal size so we should have a uniform size and shape of the uh, crystal. So now we see the definition of crystallization. The definition of crystallization is the process of, let me write down with another pen, process of formation or production of crystal from a solution is called crystallization. So what we have to do, we have to do the mass transfer operation where crystal is in the form of solid is occur from a liquid solution. So it's a solid liquid mass transfer operation, and for that what we have to do, we have to do the cooling or evaporation of a solution so that it make a saturated solution. Then from saturated solution it's make a super saturation, that achieve a super saturation, and using the super saturation there is a uniform size formation of the crystal will occur. So next class, what we'll do, we'll go in this deeper of crystallization. Like we see what is the saturation, what is the super saturation, then what are the terms like what is the magma, what is the nuclei, what is the mother liquor. All these terms we'll understand in the crystallization from the next class. And we also understand the equilibrium graph. We did the equilibrium graph for drying, we did the equilibrium graph for gas absorption, we also do the equilibrium graph for crystallization. And then we go for the what is the nucleation, what is the crystal growth, and we see what are the instruments, what are the equipments for the crystallization. So by this way we'll finish the crystallization. Then it take 5 to 6 lecture to finish this crystallization. So today we'll see the introduction, and what we see in introduction is the crystallization will be the last step in unit operation. It means the ultimate goal of the crystallization is to make a very much purified crystals. Our product is a very much crystal. We see the example sugar, NaCl, and what is the, and we take one example sugar, and we see the steps of sugar, so that the finally we make a distribution. Finally crystallization step is to make a crystal sugar. How this will happen? By during the evaporation or cooling. So and one of the important step of crystallization is to make a same size and shape crystal. So this is the ultimate goal. Like we did the crystallization, but we make a very different size and shape of the crystal. That does not be. This is that's the that's this should not be done. We should have a very fine particle. Like if you buying a sugar, like we have a different size of sugars are there, then it's not okay. So we will not buy it. So we require a uniform size and shape. So for crystallization, there are many things we have to keep in mind, like we have to like what are the solvent we have to select, what is the temperature we are achieve, then the very much things we have to keep in mind, what are the driving force we have to create it, what type of pressure we have to make. So all these things are very much necessary in crystallization to make uniform size and shape. And finally, we see the definition of crystallization is the formation or production of crystal from a solution is called a crystallization. So we'll do further, we'll go deeper in crystallization in next class. Okay. So this is the end from my side. Now you have to write down your enrollment number, and then you can leave the class. We'll also do the practice of MCQ in before the 2 to 3 days of your exam. So you whenever you have to remember, you have to say that, sir, it's only 2 to 3 days is there for the exam. So you have to remember me that practice of the MCQ. Then before 2 to 3 days, or what I am thinking from next class, with the last 5 to 10 minutes, we can also do the practice of the MCQ. Then just you have to remember me from the next class that last 5 to 10 minutes we also do the practice of 3 to 4 MCQ. So by at the end we'll finish the practice of MCQ of the this last two topics of gas absorption and drying. Okay, so we end lecture here. You write down your enrollment number and then you can leave the meeting. Thank you very much for your active participation in English Day celebration. Yes, Ismail, you want to say?
From which unit are you going to set midterm to?
Yes, how?
From which unit are you going to set midterm to? From which topics?
Your voice is not clear, so can you write down in chat box? Okay, what are the chapters for midsem 2? Okay, so I'm writing down the chapters for midsem 2 is the mass topic are the mass, heat and momentum analogies. Gas absorption and desorption. Or we can say stripping. And the last one will be the dry. Only these three are there. This is the last topic of chapter number 3. Last topic of chapter 3. This is the 4th chapter and this is the 5th chapter. Only these topics will be there in your midsem 2 exam. No topic of crystallization in your midsem exam. Then Ismail.
Yes, sir, I'm copying.
So from next class, we'll do the practice of gas absorption and desorption MCQ practice. We'll do last 15 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. We'll do the practice of gas absorption and desorption topics. MCQ. Okay, students. So I end meeting here for all of you. Thank you very much for attending the class. We'll meet next lecture with the crystallization topic.